One of my earliest encounters with death was actually when my grandfather passed away. He loved the sea, right? Just like the sea behind us. The year right after that was the death of my grandmother. I was asking my parents at that point of time, so now that they are not here, where are they? My family have always been Muslim, so went back to my faith, tried to study a bit more, learn a bit more. I was from national school and I decided to go into learning religion full time.
I see.
Yeah, of course after my O-levels, because my mom said whatever you want to do it after O-levels. so I had to do that after O-levels. I will ask you the question.
Okay, can.
It'd be nicer to hear from a senior leader, I can learn from how you answer the questions. Okay, in your faith, what happens after a person dies?
This senior leader actually have never studied theology. So I just share from my personal perspective, my understanding of the Christian faith. What happens after a person dies is not the end. Death is a transition. Of course, all funerals are sad. But in that sense, there's a hope. It's a transition to afterlife, that we might be able to see our loved ones once again.
There's a similarity in that sense. I think as a Muslim, I also believe that death is not the end. It's a transition. When one life ends, that is the beginning of an eternal life.
Yes,
right? We believe that it's an eternal life. We existed in a spiritual or realm of the soul before God actually placed us into our physical bodies on earth. And at the end of our life, the body will diminish and we will move back to the world of the soul, basically.
How does your faith describe the soul or consciousness after death?
When someone dies, we believe that the soul leaves the body, returns back to God, and then they move into a realm called the barzakh, where this realm is actually a transition period. All humanity will wait for the day of resurrection. After the day of resurrection, humanity will be categorized into two groups, the dwellers of paradise and the dwellers of hellfire. For those who are the doers of good deeds, then they will attain that reward, being in the blessings and the pleasures.
We believe soul and consciousness exist after death. When God created Adam, the first human being, he had no life yet. And then he breathed life into him, and that's when he came alive. So I believe that's probably when soul and consciousness went into him at that point. After that, that soul and consciousness continue to exist individually until we call it final reckoning. We call that the new heaven and new earth. That is when heaven comes down to earth. A physical body will be resurrected. So all the physical things will be present when there's new heaven and new earth. So
quite interesting you mentioned about the creation of Adam, because I think we Muslims believe that too.
Is that right?
Yeah, we believe that too. Adam was created and then God blew the soul into him, ruh, right?
Oh, same, huh?
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Maybe I have another question. So like for example, we go visit the grave, like for you, is the soul there or is the soul not there?
I see. We believe the moment that the person dies, the soul and consciousness have left the body, went to the heavenly state. You retain your soul and consciousness without a moment of blackout. So I think in some sense, it may make people a bit sadder when they visit the grave, right? Because if you try to talk, the person is not there.
For me as a Muslim, I do still believe that they are still conscious, when the children visit the grave. In fact, Muslims actually say words of greetings, just like when they visit somebody who's living. So they say, Assalamualaikum, peace be upon you, right?
I see.
Because we do believe that to some extent, there is the soul there is the consciousness there. At the same time, they are not really there because they are also in another realm, which is called the barzakh, or the what do you call it, the transition between the worldly life and the life of hereafter. What does paradise mean in your faith, and what does it look like?
Paradise is a perfect place that we long for. Everything that we Singaporeans complain about is no longer there. because everything is perfected already. The Bible tries to describe it, but it also describes it in a way that's totally inadequate for our human experience, because we have never seen anything like it. Paradise is also a very personal place. Jesus said, when you die, my Father in heaven has a house, and in this house there are many rooms, and there's a room for every person, individually decorated.
We also have that concept where we believe that it's not something that we can imagine with our minds, because firstly, it's totally out of this world, literally.
Yeah.
Right? For example, the Quran mentioned about paradise having rivers, paradise having trees, fruits, right?
Yeah.
But ultimately, beyond all the pleasures, what we look forward to is being with God, right? Being able to see God, right? Yeah, because that is like the ultimate validation of our faith. Yeah, like you mentioned, basically paradise is a place free of pain, free of difficulties, free of worries, right? Because we believe that life is a pit stop, it's a journey, and therefore, you know, you do whatever you can in this world to do good, be a positive beacon to everyone else, and then when you return to God, that's where God will reward you with paradise.
One more thing I want to add is that paradise is a place that's absent of anything that we complain about, but it also is the presence of everything that we love. You know, everything that we find is like, oh, heavenly, you know, like durian, wow, the best thing, so heavenly, right? It's all there and more.
It's quite interesting because in our faith we do have the similar belief. In fact, there's a story about how a companion of the Prophet who loved farming went to meet the Prophet and asked him, "O Messenger of God, if I enter paradise and it's a world full of bliss and pleasure, but I love farming, is farming still going to be there, right?"
Okay.
So he said, "You're going to get whatever you love."
Yeah. Khairul, how does this view of afterlife affect the way funerals are carried out in your faith?
The funeral procession is always being kept very simple. We wash the deceased and then we shroud them in white to symbolize purity. The community will come together to pray for you as a symbol of the final respect. Everybody will return to God equal. You will stand equal before God, regardless of your designation, regardless of your wealth, regardless of your position, you know, in this world. For Muslims, we also we bury our dead because we believe that humans came from earth and to earth we return.
Funeral is also simple in that it's a gathering of loved ones to pay the last respect. The community to come around, the family as they grieve, to show their support. During the funeral service, there will be worship songs to sing about God, because that's the deceased person is there already. It's a occasion that is both sad and hopeful.
What is one lesson about living that your faith view of the afterlife teaches us?
Our living currently is not just for the here and now, but it's for the eternal existence that will come later. So that kind of frees us from this mentality that I have to check out all my bucket list, or the idea that you only live once.
I think similarly for us, we also, again, the YOLO doesn't apply to us. You don't live only once. In fact, it is one form of living that we experience right now. And ultimately, our life here is to prepare for that life. That does not mean that you drop everything that you're doing and just pray. We believe that every form of goodness is a form of worship. So everything that you do in your daily life has an effect to that eternal abode. We try our best, and hopefully we can navigate life in that positive, with that positive mindset.
You said it so well. Living a good life is a form of worship. Yeah, so amazing.